Alright, so last time, So, let's go ahead and start investigating. There's a fresh blood stain in the carpet. It must have spattered with blood during the murder. Alright, so that's the blunt object right there. There's a dumbbell on the floor, and this is the blood stain. There's a blood stain on the dumbbell.
The Monokuma file said a blow to the head with a blunt object is what killed her.
Does that mean that this dumbbell was actually the murder weapon?
That's right.
I don't imagine it could have been anything else.
Okay, cool. The word bloodlust is written on the wall in blood. What's the meaning behind it? Bloodlust?
Oh, bloodlust. Bloodlust. Who do we know that writes smut and is horny all the time? I guess we'll find out later.
I can feel the life draining out of my own body. It's a dead body. Chihiro's dead body.
Very strange.
But the more I look, the more strange it seems. This must be Genocide Jack's handiwork.
Well, but...
What?
But we're still not sure he did it. Is that what you're about to say? I wonder about that.
Alright.
Dude had a real complex about being weak. You heard Chihiro talk about it, right? Oh, I need to get stronger?
Yeah, I remember she said that more than once.
Sure did, which I guess explains the trip down here.
But did she really need to get stronger that badly? You already mentioned it, but she was a girl after all. Most girls aren't that strong.
I don't know, man. I haven't really thought about that stuff.
The cause of Chihiro's complex. I can't help wondering what it might be.
Mondo's account.
I use this locker room all the time. Now it's become the site of Chihiro's death.
But why was she killed in the locker room? Actually, if you think about it, she could have been killed somewhere else and then carried here.
No, because there's blood on the thing. It only could have happened here.
She was very light, that's true. It wouldn't be hard for someone else to carry her, but still. Well, I still think she came here on her own, by choice.
What makes you say that?
She'd been talking a lot lately about how she'd wanted to get stronger.
So you're saying she came here to exercise? But according to the Monokuma file, apparently she was killed at around 2 in the morning. Would she really have been exercising that late?
Perhaps. Hina and myself are usually in the locker room during the day, so she was probably avoiding it then.
Avoiding it?
Although we invited her to join us more than once, she never showed up. So I can only assume she was just trying to avoid us.
And instead, she came to exercise in the middle of the night?
However, perhaps, but it's difficult for me to imagine she would have come alone. She did want to start exercising, but she specifically mentioned that she couldn't do it by herself. She needed support from others.
So you're saying that she could have come here in the middle of night to train in secret, but she would have also come here with someone else.
It's a possibility, I think.
Sakura's account has been added to the truth section. Okay, cool.
Now I believe it's about time for us to move on.
Huh? Already?
What?
New clues won't magically appear by standing around here. We need to check every aspect of this case.
That's true, but
Let's go.
If you're satisfied, then hurry up. Let's proceed.
he's so pushy.
I got caught up with the wrong person this time. Okay. So, this is our next location.
Huh? This place is related to the investigation?
Figure it out for yourself. It's no fun if you don't, right?
If I remember right, the card reader's meant to read our handbooks, right?
What?
Do you have an issue with it? If so, you should take it up with Monokuma.
He said that, and then quickly and sharply clasped his hands together.
Did you call for me?
Has he been domesticated?
That's right.
It seems that Makoto has a question for you.
You need something? Sure. What's up?
Well, it's just about this card reader.
Yep.
Yes, the card readers have all been designed to interface with each of your e-handbooks. You can only enter the locker room corresponding to the gender listed on your individual handbook.
And it's impossible for two people in a row to go through while the door's unlocked, correct?
Unbelievable.
If there were some sort of erratic terrorist on the prowl, the ceiling-mounted Gatling gun would initiate a Swiss cheese slaughter.
And the school regulations prohibit anyone from lending someone else their handbook, correct?
Of course.
Correctly correct.
So then, that means only girls can go in the girls' locker room and only boys can go in the boys' locker room. In other words, Chihiro's body being found in the girls' locker room means...
Hey, Makoto, I can see right through you.
You see right through me?
Allow me to tell you what you're thinking. Since Chihiro was found in the girls' locker room, the killer must have been able to get in there.
So in other words,
As such, the killer must be one of the girls. Did I get it right?
such ignorance.
Good lord, you're simple.
But am I wrong?
You should pay closer attention to the regulations. The answer's been in front of you the entire time. Loaning your e-handbook to another student is strictly prohibited. Only the act of loaning a handbook is prohibited. Borrowing somebody else's is perfectly fine.
I would expect nothing less from the prodigal son of the noble Togami family. So, you managed to sniff out the loophole in the regulations.
Knowing you, I bet it was created on purpose, didn't you? To add a little more excitement to things?
You're treating me like a puny little appetizer instead of the main course that I am. Now then, since the dead can't actually talk, they're not people anymore, they're things.
Yep.
Get it? Got it? Good.
Wait, hold on. You're saying there's a loophole, but in order to borrow something from someone, then that means someone would have to loan it. So,
Why you?
So sleepy. Just listening to you makes me want to pass out. Be more like Byakuya and get your poop together.
Unbelievable.
Or else I'll charge you with criminal negligence. No more questions. Figure out the rest your own damn self.
That's fine.
Well, I know you're unfortunately lacking in mental faculties, so I'll fill you in myself. Let's head to the main hall.
the main hall?
That'll help you understand what's going on.
Cool, thank you. We came to the main hall. So, what are we looking for here? Does that mean I have to figure it out for myself? Okay, it's probably the mailbox. This fucking mailbox. I swear to God, this absolute Chekhov's gun of a mailbox. Could there be something inside? It's an e-handbook. No, wait, there's 3 of them, but what are they doing here?
So, you finally found them.
Huh? Did you know these were here, Byakuya?
I happened to come by them by chance the other day. It seems that there's a system in place where the handbooks of dead students get delivered to this mailbox.
Oh.
Wait. Oh, so anyone could have gotten in there and murdered her.
Interesting. So then, these 3 handbooks belong to Junko, Leon, and Sayaka?
You can go ahead and confirm it yourself.
I immediately turned on one of the handbooks, and when it did... Sayaka Maizono. You're right, this is Sayaka's handbook.
Now do you understand? This is the key to the loophole that I revealed earlier.
Yeah, I feel like I'm starting to get it.
I'm not reading this again. I'm not reading that again.
I see. Yeah, now I understand. The main hall e-handbooks. Cool.
What?
Hold on a second.
What's wrong?
Very strange.
One of the handbooks won't turn on.
Is it broken? Whose is it?
The other handbook showed Junko's name when I started it up.
Then the one that won't turn on must be Leon's, right?
I see.
It would make sense, yes. After all, he did get pummeled with dozens and dozens of baseballs.
Pummeled with baseballs. Oh yeah, the memory of it came flooding back. That cruel punishment which led to Leon's death. The execution that the mastermind concocted. Cruel, heartless death. You're right.
It wouldn't be surprising for that handbook to break during that kind of assault.
Damn it!
Hey, hey!
You're making me angry!
Hey!
Now I'm really angry!
Hey! What? That e-handbook is essential to student life here. Crucial, integral, instrumental, a super big deal. There's no way it would break that easily.
But it did.
That's impossible!
If I say it wouldn't break, it wouldn't freaking break. It can withstand up to 10 tons of pressure, and it's waterproof up to 100 meters, okay? I don't care how many baseballs you hit it with, it wouldn't do crap. Oh, but, even my amazing handbooks do have one single weak point.
It does?
I can't hear you!
But it's a secret. I wouldn't want you to go breaking any more handbooks.
What?
Then Leon must have broken it somehow without realizing what its weakness was, right?
Hard to say. You know what I think? I think this handbook isn't actually broken.
What?
But you might ask, how could that be?
Leaving the question hanging in the air, Monokuma disappeared. It's just out of battery. What just happened? Monokuma said it's not broken, but it's an undeniable fact that it's not turning on.
That's fine.
Well, I don't see any connection to the case, so it doesn't matter for now. Think so? Either way, something still bothers me. Yeah, it's not broken, it's out of battery. Okay then, this should be enough to get things rolling. Let's begin our investigation in earnest and track down the true culprit. Yeah, we need to find out who killed Chihiro. To be exact, not quite. Huh? Not quite? What do you mean by that, Byakuya? To be exact, not quite. Certainly I want to reveal Chihiro's killer, but more precisely, I want to discover the true identity of Genocide Jack. Then you really think, you truly believe Genocide Jack's the one that killed Chihiro?
Don't make me repeat myself.
Absolutely. I have no doubt that Genocide Jack is the culprit in this case. That murderous fiend is generous. I cannot bring myself to read Makoto, please.
What?
There's nobody else it could be. A murderous fiend who kills again and again using a bizarre and brutal method. They're like a ghost, attacking suddenly and slipping away before the police can catch up to them. Fucking, you already said this. Genocide Jack. They say he's killed thousands of people, but that's gotta be an urban legend. Still, could one of us really be a demented, psychotic killer like that? You're not wrong to wonder. But words mean little right now. I have something that'll prove it, and I can show you. And I have a basis to believe that. I assure you, Genocide Jack is one of us.
Is there really proof?
There's somewhere I'd like to take you. This will provide all the evidence you need.
It's all clear now.
Evidence that Genocide Jack is the one that killed Chihiro. Evidence? Is something like that really? Hey, you two! Big trouble! I need your help!
I don't have time to play with you.
We're busy. Leave us alone.
But it's an emergency! Emergency! Come on, please! You gotta help me!
Please!
This is a serious emergency! Please! Please, you gotta help me!
Just calm down, okay, Hina?
But it's an emergency!
Okay, what happened?
Well,
Something's wrong with Toko. She's acting super strange.
Well, I mean, she was acting pretty strange earlier, right? What should we do, Byakuya?
Very strange.
Since it's Toko, I must admit I'm intrigued. I suppose we can take a second to see what's going on with her. Are you sure?
Don't make me repeat myself.
I didn't expect that. I thought for sure he'd just say no and that'd be the end of it.
yeah!
Okay, come on, hurry! Wait for us, Hina!
Let's go.
Looks like she was heading to the dorms. To Toko's room, most likely.
You're right.
Such ignorance.
You're talking to the wrong person, you waste of space. Okay, thank you.
You guys are so slow! I
think you're just too fast. So, what's this emergency?
So,
After what happened in the girls' locker room, we left Toko in her room so she could lay down. After a while, we came back to check on her, see how she's doing. But when we did, it was weird. She refused to come out, and she kept saying all this weird stuff. Weird stuff?
That's fine.
We should try talking to her ourselves. Yeah, good idea. Might as well give it a shot. Door swung open slowly and silently. Holy crap! An aura of negativity flowed out from behind the door, forcing a gasp out of me.
What? Oh, nothing. It's just that, Hina was really worried about you, holding yourself up in your room.
leave me alone.
Yeah, sure thing. But, could you open up, just for a second?
Won't allow it.
Huh?
I won't let Genocide Jack have control.
Oh. And just like that, she slammed the door in my face. Oh, yeah, she's Jack. She is 100% Jack. She's been acting like that this whole time. When I rang a little while ago... I'll drive out the killer. Drive out the murderous fiend. It doesn't make any sense, right? I was afraid to leave her there alone, so I tried to bust down her door. But it felt like something was holding it shut on the other side. I couldn't even budge it. Toko was scared enough to even bar her door. Does she think the same thing as Byakuya? Does she think the serial killer Genocide Jack really murdered Chihiro? Is that why Toko's so scared?
But...
Oh, whatever it is, I'm really worried about her. Isn't there anyone who might be able to persuade her? Oh, you mean like the guy she's super horny for? I wonder if there's someone like that. Byakuya, buddy. Hey, Byakuya, do you think you could ask her? To come out of her room, I mean.
That's fine.
Sure, whatever. Huh? You're gonna talk to her, Byakuya? Wow, I guess you can be nice when you want to. Byakuya stood in front of her door, not making a sound, and pressed the doorbell. After a few moments...
what do you want?
Leave me alone. You're all so annoying. Bacula!
It's Byakuya.
I'm sorry. I couldn't keep our promise. Don't worry. Never again. I won't let Genocide Jack have control ever again. And with that, the door slammed shut. Even Byakuya couldn't pull it off. There's nothing much else we can do. Let's get back to the investigation. Hold on! Hey, Byakuya, what was Toko talking about just now? Something about a promise?
What?
Huh? Oh, I have no idea. Another one of her delusions, I'm sure. But...
Stop talking.
If I say I don't know, it means I don't know. Just let Hina take care of her. Oh, yeah, okay. I'll stay here and keep an eye on her.
Let's go.
Without waiting for a reply, Byakuya sped away. Byakuya! And I hurried to catch up. I tried to talk to him several times as we walked, but he didn't even look back, let alone say anything. He just kept walking towards his destination. Finally, his feet brought him to a stop in front of a certain room. The library? Come on, let's go in. Is the evidence that proves that it was Genocide Jack really in the library?
Don't make me repeat myself.
I'm assuming it's in this room that he told me not to go into. If I remember, on the other side of this door. It's the archive, right? Hurry up and go inside. Oh, here?
Let's go.
It'll all make sense once you're inside. Whoa, there's so many books and files. And so much dust, too.
So, in other words,
I would say there's enough value in this place to endure the dust. It's a wooden box. It's empty. Although judging by the smudges and the dust, it looks like there was something inside. I wonder what it was. There's an extension cord plugged in there. It proved very useful while I was in the library. Extension cord, huh? There's some thick files on the bookshelf. If you're thinking of looking through any of them, let me give you a little warning. Those files are filled with graphic and disturbing photos from all kinds of crime scenes. It's the kind of thing any normal person would ever want to look at. Be careful. Huh? What do you mean? All those files are investigation reports related to different cold cases. Those are internal documents for police eyes only. Not the kind of thing you'd expect to leak. Oh? So many files stuffed on the shelf. What's in all these things?
that's enough.
Those documents are dangerous. Dangerous? They detail all the people who control the world from behind the scenes. Dangerous truth for a commoner. You mean like all the members of the Diet or something? No, I mean the real ones. No, I mean the ones with real power. The secret council controlling everything from the shadows. Oh, you mean like or Ronald McDonald? If you're ready to be disappeared for it, take a look. There's some very interesting people in there.
You're just kidding, right?
Am I?
I'll just let it go for now. This shelf is stuffed tight with files. Without really thinking about it, I picked one at random.
Ah, you have a sharp eye indeed to select that file.
Huh?
That's right.
That's the report on a presidential assassination. The original is kept at the National Library. It won't be declassified for another 30 years. Are you sure you want to look at it now? There's no telling whose crosshairs you might wind up in for peeking at it. Without making a sound, I returned the file to the shelf. Okay, Byakuya, what you want me to see? If you pay attention to your surroundings, I'm sure you'll discover the value for yourself.
Huh? It's a desk lamp. Oh yeah, it's the same one I saw Byakuya using in the library before.
What?
Do you have a problem with that lamp? It was here before, and then I moved it over there. It's too dark over there, so I figured I'd put it to good use. So, are you finally beginning to understand the true splendor of this library? The entire reason I was interested in this library is because of this room right here.
Interesting.
It's home to classified government documents, police records, things that no ordinary person would ever see. Isn't it magnificent?
This can't be for real though, right?
Such ignorance.
That's your guys' problem. Anything that doesn't fit in your preconceived reality, you label it as a lie.
Well, it's not bad. It's not like I totally refuse to believe it, but I mean, there's just so much. How could anyone have put this together?
Guess it just goes to show how much Hope's Peak truly wields. Or perhaps the mastermind wanted to provide us with enough entertainment to keep us from getting bored.
It's no use. I can't keep up with all this. It's just too unreal.
What's wrong? You still can't believe it?
Well, what about you? How can you believe it's so easy? Things like this are usually impossible.
What?
What do you mean usually? Usual? Normal? Ordinary? Simple? Those things don't exist anywhere in the real world. If you don't understand what they actually represent, then you don't understand the nature of anything.
You don't pull your punches, do you?
Besides, what you consider usual is based on your common sense, right? What makes you think your own common sense applies to me at all? The documents gathered here are genuine. I've reviewed them multiple times, so there's no doubt.
Hold on a second. You're saying you read all these documents and more than once? But this has to be like top secret confidential stuff, right? So why?
My family has a reading room just like this in our home. Ours is bigger, of course, and not as dusty.
Huh?
Members of the Tagami family have access to any variety of government-related documents. This includes foreign powers as well as domestic.
How is that possible?
So, in other words,
I already told you, there's a secret council that controls the world from the shadows. My family is a member of that council. And I have it within me the bloodline that will allow me to one day bend the world to my will. But to become such a ruler, I must know all levels of this world backwards and forwards. I must also do a little sippy because my throat is getting really dry. So whenever I have time, I like to review whatever documents and materials that interest me. Which is why I can proclaim without a doubt the materials gathered here are the real thing.
This is beyond believing or not believing. Byakuya is really starting to scare me more than the actual mastermind.
And what always interested me the most were the cold case police investigation reports. Reading through those reports have always been a hobby of mine, ever since I was little. It's excellent mental exercise. I've solved more than a few of those cases just by reviewing the reports. And among those reports, one was my recent favorites. It was the Genocide Jack case. As he talked, Byakuya grabbed a specific file from the shelf.
that's right.
This is the complete case file. Every single report surrounding the Genocide Jack cases have been compiled in here. Because there's so many, allow me to quickly summarize the main points. To begin, there are two notable characteristics in every Genocide Jack murder. The first characteristic is that every crime scene, the word bloodlust is written in the victim's own blood. And the second is that when the victims are murdered, their bodies are suspended in a certain way.
Bloodlust is written in blood and the victim's body is suspended. It's exactly the same as what happened to Chihiro.
Save your surprise. The best is yet to come. For the second characteristic, where the victims are suspended, the only ones who knew about that particular fact were members of the police and other higher-ups. By all accounts, nobody in the media ever found out.
Huh?
In other words, no one on the news, no one online, nobody knew about that aspect of each crime. Only key officials and the killer himself knew about the act of mounting the victim. Now, if you recall Chihiro's corpse, her body was most certainly mounted in this fashion.
So how could the killer have known about suspending the victim?
Because they are the
That's
killer.
right.
That's the key question. But, in fact, the answer is quite simple.
So, in other words,
The culprit isn't a copycat killer, it's the real Genocide Jack.
in other words,
That right there is the evidence that Genocide Jack has hidden himself among the rest of us.
The Genocide Jack really is. Such a brutal, fiendish killer is really walking around among us?
interesting.
Things really are starting to get interesting, aren't they? I never imagined a killer with such a reputation would ever become a part of our little killer game. Now, don't you think it'd be good for you to take a look at what I've already seen? You might just manage to ferret out a clue or two.
Such ignorance.
If you get down on your knees and beg, I might show you myself. Or you can go to hell.
Money!
We're gonna get back to that next episode because I need food. But if you like what you see and want to see more, make sure to like and subscribe and hit the bell and all that blah blah blah. But until next time, remember that you are loved, stay safe, all that fun stuff, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!